Hello student, today we are going to discuss about the chapter, remaining part of the chapter Constitutional Design. In this part of the video, we are going to discuss about the guiding values of the Indian Constitution. In this book, we shall study the exact provisions of the Constitution on different subjects. At this stage, let us begin by understanding the overall philosophy of what our Constitution is all about. Read the views of some of our major leaders on our Constitution and read what the Constitution say about its own philosophy. This is what the preamble to the Constitution does. Let us turn to these one by one. Some of you may have noticed a name missing from the sketches of the makers of the Constitution, Mahatma Gandhi. He was not a member of the Constituent Assembly, yet there were many members who followed his vision. Years ago, writing in his magazine Young India in 1931, he had spelled out what he wanted the Constitution to do. This dream of India that has eliminated inequality was shared by Dr. Ambedkar, who played a key role in the making of the Constitution, but his vision of removing inequalities from India was different from Gandhiji. Now let us know about the philosophy of Constitution. Values that inspired and guided the freedom struggle and were in turn nurtured by it formed the foundation for India's democracy. These values are embedded in the preamble of the Indian Constitution. They guided all the articles of the Indian Constitution. The Constitution begins with a short statement of its basic values. This is called the preamble to the Constitution. Taking inspiration from American model, most countries in the contemporary world have chosen to begin their constitutions with a preamble. Let us read the preamble of our Constitution very carefully and understand the meaning of each of its key words. The preamble of the Constitution reads like a poem on democracy. It contains the philosophy on which the entire Constitution has been built. It provides a standard to examine and evaluate any law and action of government to find out whether it is good or bad. It is the soul of the Indian Constitution. So let's know about the meaning of the key words of the Indian Constitution. First of all, we the people of India. The Constitution has been drawn up and enacted by the people through their representative and not handed down to them by a king or any outside powers. Sovereign. Next one is sovereign. People have supreme right to make decisions on internal as well as external matters. No external power can dictate the government of India. Next one is socialist. Wealth is generated socially and should be shared equally by society. Government should regulate the ownership of land and industry to reduce socio-economic inequalities. Next is secular. Citizens have complete freedom to follow any religion, but there is no official religion. Government treats all religious beliefs and practices with equal respect. Next is democratic. A form of government where people enjoy equal political rights, elect their rulers, and hold them accountable. The government is run according to some basic rules. Next is republic. The head of the state is an elected person and not a hereditary position. Next is justice. Citizens cannot be discriminated on the grounds of caste, religion and gender. Social inequalities have to be reduced. Government should work for the welfare of all, especially of the disadvantaged groups. Next is liberty. There are no unreasonable restrictions on the citizens in what they think, how they wish to express their thoughts, and the way they wish to follow up their thoughts in action. Next is equality. All are equal before the law. The traditional social inequalities have to be ended. The government should ensure equal opportunity for all. Next is fraternity. All of us should behave as if we are members of the same family. No one should treat a fellow citizen as inferior. Now students, read the preamble with me. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. So student must we read and write this preamble of Constitution in your notebook. Now students know about the subtopic institutional design. A constitution is not merely a statement of values and philosophy. As we noted above, a constitution is mainly about embodying these values into institutional arrangements. Much of the document called Constitution of India is about these arrangements. It is a very long and detailed document, therefore it needs to be amended quite regularly to keep it updated. Those who crafted the Indian Constitution felt that it has to be in accordance with people's aspirations and change in society. They did not see it as a sacred, static and unalterable law. So they made provisions to incorporate change from time to time. These changes are called institutional amendments. The Indian Constitution lays down a procedure for choosing person to govern the country. It defines who will have how much power to take which decisions, and it puts limits to what the government can do by providing some rights to the citizen that cannot be violated. That's all for today. We will discuss next chapter in next video. Thank you.